Hello, welcome to my latest video, and I'm here to look back at some of the early releases from 2018 today. Um, those who've been reading my blog this year will know that I stopped buying new Yankee Candles for a while because of the production move to the Czech Republic, and I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. I'll start by saying, look at this beauty here. Crazily, I think, Yankee Candle, hopefully only temporarily, have retired the wonderful True Rose, which I've got burning today. The absolutely stunning, beautiful scent of red roses, and there are other rose scents around, but really True Rose was always my favourite. So I have one more. Anybody who wants True Rose, I suggest you go out and find it quick before it disappears, but hopefully it won't be gone for too long because it's been such a ever popular favourite. So we hope to see True Rose back soon, Yankee Candle. Anyway, yeah, so these are I can't sort of say these are my first Czech Republic made Yankee Candles, because I did have a couple of other ones, but these are my first proper Czech Republic made Yankee Candles. As you may have read on my blog, I went to the Czech Republic about 3 weeks ago now and had a very interesting tour around the factory there, and just to really see if it could make me feel about any different about Yankee Candle and them not being made at Deerfield and European Candles saying made in the Czech Republic on the bottom. It was a real sticking point for me, and I think for loads and loads of people that the change was really sudden and nobody expected it. And are they real Yankee Candles? Yankees are from America, etc. So the interesting thing for me, very briefly just to touch on this, was kind of, it didn't hit me straight away, but walking around the factory and meeting the people there, and the thing that I always recall about Yankee Candle from meeting people in the past and watching videos and researching and writing blogs and all this kind of mad stuff I've done over the past 5 years, is the passion and dedication and love that people have for the brand. And that really came through to me with the people in the Czech factory, from Mike, who runs the facility, Daniel, Lucy, and loads of other people there, really passionate about what they do, and they loved the brand, and really, as I say, it didn't really hit me at first because I thought this is still kind of a different thing. It's not Yankee Candles made in Deerfield, but within a few days, I did rethink on it, and I did, it's a fantastic country, the Czech Republic. I know a lot of people haven't been there. It's the first time I've been there, and the mist kind of almost lifted. I mean, I didn't go to many shops to smell these candles earlier in the year, but I went back and had a smell of some of these. And when I smelled them before with the air of negativity, I didn't like the smell of a lot of the new scents. I think it was just, I can't go with this, but now the mist has lifted, I think is the phrase I want to get across. The mist has lifted, and it still doesn't feel quite the same, but I'm not as negative as I was, and I would and have and will go and buy Yankee Candles made in the Czech Republic with the love and the care and attention that goes into Yankee Candles, being the same as it is worldwide. And I think that is the future. 100% of all jars are now made in the Czech facility, and it's just a mindset really for me. I don't know if other people are going to feel the same, and maybe it's something I can try and help with on the blog, to kind of lift that mist. This is what it is. It's not, doesn't feel like a negative to me anymore. Maybe, if somebody offered me 2 jars of True Rose, for example, side by side, and one was made in Deerfield and one was made in the Czech Republic, I would probably still say, oh, I'll have the Deerfield one. But I don't see it as a complete negative now. The mist has lifted, and what's helped the mist lift is trying some beautiful new scents. So I've gone back and looked at a couple of the collections that were released earlier in the year, the Just Go collection and the Enjoy the Simple Things collection. So I've got 1 from Enjoy the Simple Things and 2 from the Just Go collection. So without any further ado, let's go. So from the Just Go collection, we have Warm Desert Wind. Now there's the lovely Warm Desert Wind, which we've got here in a medium jar. Now this scent, let me just give you my first impression. I've burned this one, as you can see. It smells fairly light, but it's the thing that I love about this, and it's kind of almost in Sun and Sand and a couple of those other beachy fragrances, You can absolutely smell the sand it sounds stupid, doesn't it? Like a tent up in the desert, and you know, if you clutch the fabric of the tent and smelled it with the sand on it, it's that windy, effervescent smell that you've got of the desert. Oh, it sounds crazy, but that's kind of what it is. So it's a real fantasy fragrance. It's nice, it's quite light, but you can smell the sting of the sand in there, which is great. I burned it. The first hour or so I couldn't smell anything at all, and then I put it in a quieter, smaller room, and it came through. So it is one of the lighter ones, and it was a very nice, elegant perfume. Let's have a look at the notes of warm desert wind. No, sorry, the description. It says it's a scent of open space and desert winds, brushed with smoked vanilla and patchouli. So lots of things I like in there, patchouli particularly, which I think is in the base. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got ozone, air and sheer cotton at the top. I think it's the sheer cotton that gives it that silly thing to say, tenty, sandy feel. You've got smoked vanilla and incense in the middle, and you have patchouli at the base. I don't know if Yankee ever published all the notes, but they're certainly the notes that they've declared for this one. So it's very nice. It's not the strongest, very pleasant. On a hot day or a hot evening, it's really nice, and it kind of wafted across the room with a really nice, elegant perfume. So very pleasant. I do like it. I do like it. That's Warm Desert Wind. And the next one, this was from the first collection of the year, the Enjoy the Simple Things collection. This is the lovely Sun-Drenched Apricot Rose, which has a lovely label. So where one door closes, another one opens. Talking of true rose there. And Sun-Drenched Apricot Rose has this beautiful label, and we have this rose, or one that looks very close to it, in our garden. So it's lovely, and I've burned this one as well. And it's really nice. It's really nice. It's an apricot tinged kind of, fresh cut roses is the Yankee perennial favourite. So it's more fresh cut roses than true rose, with a lovely fruity apricot feel on it. Fairly authentic to the some of the scented roses you can get, but they're obviously not quite as fruity as this. But it's really nice. It was mid-strong. I'd say a 3 out of 5 on the one burn I've had so far. Really nice. I love a rose scent, and this is up there. You know, really pleased with this one. Really nice. You know, glad to get a burn in of this before the end of August. It's beautiful. Sun-Drenched Apricot Rose. So let's have a look at that one. Sun-Drenched Apricot Rose is a full bloom scent of lush, delightful apricot and soft petals. And the notes are sun-drenched apricot and nectarine blossom in the top, apricot roses and stunning gardenia petals in the middle. It gives that really kind of rose petal floral aroma that you get in fresh cut roses in the middle, which is lovely. And sheer musk and soft powder, just giving it that elegance in the bottom note. So it's really nice, very perfumey. I would highly recommend Sun-Drenched Apricot Rose. It's a really lovely fragrance. So yeah, pleased with that one. And last but definitely not least, also from the Just Go collection that came out in the spring, early summer, is this one. Misty Mountains. Now I know on our lovely group Team Yankee we've already had Tolkien fans burning this while they're reading The Hobbit, and I will be certainly burning this while I watch the movies and reading my various Tolkien books, so it definitely brings that to mind. Misty Mountains. And Yankee haven't done a fragrance like this for a long time, so I was quite interested in this one. The other interesting thing, this being a Czech Republic candle, I've always been a bit, I know people have noticed the pores may have gone a bit funny over the last couple of years, so that goes back to USA and everything else. And I did speak to Yankee Candle about this while I was in the Czech Republic, and it all comes down to the chemicals and everything else that they use to try and give you the best mix of the oils with the ingredients, and also to try and help the candles pull better, working in conjunction with the wicks. There's a huge science involved, obviously, but I'm pleased to report, I don't know if you can see this on this because my camera is pretty poor, but there is marbling. Marbling basically means you can see the perfume oils making lovely shapes in the wax. I don't know if you can see that, sorry if you can't, but this has marbling, and so do some of the other ones, which I'll talk about in my next video review. But anyway, without further ado, I love this. I love this. Oh gosh, it's just reminded me of something. I've got this jar called Mountain Lake, that goes back a few years, and it's really a lovely aftershavey freshwater fragrance. And that's just hit me for the first time. It smells, I mean, I've done lots of walking in the Scottish mountains and stuff, and this actually takes you to the grassy hilltops, the mountains, the clean wind. It's really nice. I really like this, really clever. It's not as harsh as if you've ever tried mountain pine or some of the green piney scents Yankee have done. They can be quite harsh. This has got pine in it, but it's blended in beautifully. I really, really like this. So let's go into it a bit deeper. It's like like an endless vista of pine-clad mountains cloaked in a cool, silent mist. So yeah, it does almost smell moist. It's really nice. Oh my goodness, I love this one. We have pine and spearmint in the top, and I think it's the spearmint edition that's really clever and makes it, just softens the edge off the pine a bit and gives it that proper outdoorsy cool feel. And any negativity that you might hold towards pine, because I know sometimes, particularly with other brands and toilet cleaners and stuff, pine can't be great, but Yankee have very cleverly mixed it with spearmint in the top. You have lavender in the middle, so a real outdoorsy, fresh, that always takes you there, whether it's French lavender or lavender, that always takes me outdoors on a windy day. It's very vibrant and calming as well. And patchouli, vetiver and cedarwood in the bottom. I mean, how can you go wrong with that? I'm so impressed with Misty Mountains. I haven't burned this one yet. I think it's going to be a favourite of mine. It's a Czech Republic exclusive. I don't think this has been released in America, this one, as yet, but it might have been. I could be getting it all wrong. I really need to brush up on my Yankee 2018 information, but I really like this one. I really do. So no negatives about that at all. I'm going to be getting more Misty Mountains. I think it's fantastic. So there we go. That's my start for looking back slightly at 2018, and they're probably not going to be my three favourites, I think, from the two main collections that have come out. Just one more bit of information. If you didn't know, there's a 2018 page on my blog which has got everything UK on it. Warm Desert Wind, Misty Mountains, Coconut Splash and Tropical Jungle also came out in the Wanderlust collection, which is soy wax and all sorts of exciting different shapes of tumblers, so you can try them in that format as well, just for a bit of variety. But so I'm pleased with these three. I really like them. It's probably 1, 2, 3 in order of my favourites. They're great. True Rose has gone. Sob, never mind. Coming soon. Next, we're knocking on the door of September. I will be back within a week or two, so either at the end of August, early September, with a review of some autumn scents that I'm going crazy about. But for the moment, thank you very much for watching, and that's my look back. And yeah, hope you get the chance to pick some of these up if you haven't already. So thanks for watching.